So as you guys can see, I've already added all the different tools that we have within Study Genie. We've got our LinkedIn outreach tool, cover letter writer, discussion questions, text summarizer, paragraph generator, and essay writer, following the exact same process I showed you guys in the previous lesson. So if you already haven't done so, go ahead and create all these different tools. You can see the description as well as a prompt here, and the max tokens that we have set for each of these different tools. But if I select one like LinkedIn Outreach, you can see we've added LinkedIn Outreach has 3 different inputs. So we've got input 1, character limit, 2, and 3. Got our description here. I went ahead and just copied the info circle icon, at least for career tools, and then the little cap icon, which we're going to use for the homework assignment tools, which you guys can feel free to customize and change, as well as even add an image there. But we've got our max token set here. We've got the name of the tool. We've got the name for input 1, 2, and 3, as well as the prompt input for 1, 2, and 3, as well as the actual prompt itself. So we're going to have another lesson here. And actually, in the next lesson, I'm going to break down a little bit more of how these prompts are actually combined and submitted with the inputs to OpenAI to get our response back from that large language model. If you guys are confused on that, but really everything is here. Obviously, if you can't tell, we haven't selected a category and a category ID yet, which I will show you here in the next couple of lessons. But as of right now, go ahead and add all these different tools. So we've got LinkedIn Outreach. We've got our cover letter. Now our cover letter has 4 different inputs, as you guys can see. So we need a character limit on each of those. We've got our prompt here. Obviously, prompt before input 1, 2, 3, and 4. So go ahead, feel free to use these. Also, you can take a look at the documentation where we actually have all the different tools broken down and how you guys can edit them, use them, and the different prompts associated to each of them. But we've got discussion questions. So feel free to copy all of this. But if we go ahead and once you guys are done adding these tools, go ahead and test them. Go ahead and play around with them. So for example, let's do LinkedIn Outreach here. So let's create a recruiter's name. We've got John Doe. Let's do a company name. Let's call it WGMI Media. And my current experience, let's do, I am a Bubble no-code developer with experience in marketing products online. Then let's click generate. We'll go ahead and wait on this LinkedIn Outreach message that it generates for us. And there we have it. We've got our generation 1. We are messaging John Doe about WGMI Media. And there it is. So feel free to play around with some of these as well. So we got our cover letter writer here, company and position. Let's do WGMI. Let's do no code development. Prompt set up there. Your skills, bubble.io, no code development, and Zapier automations. Your experience, I've built multiple software companies using no code tools and automation systems. And let's add a job description. Go ahead and generate. And boom, generation 1. And we have our cover letter. But feel free to go ahead and play around with the application after you add your tools. I highly suggest that, you just poke around with some things. Obviously, we can go ahead in our design here and remove the image generation page. Obviously, that's something we don't necessarily need, so we can select that and delete, because obviously we do not have that tool anymore. We can go on to this page here and we'll delete that as well. We may need to go into each of the pages. As you can see here, we've got a landing page as well. We'll go ahead and delete image generation there. And I think that's really it. We've got our account page, we've got our tool page, and our index page here, which is our dashboard. And that should really be it. So now if we refresh the page here, we've gotten rid of image generation. So now we just have plan and billing and all our different tools.